Hello there. A warm welcome to the program. I'm Olayemi Odunuga, and this is Tech Trends. This week, we visit iFlytek, one of the world's leading AI center in China, to uncover the latest advancements and innovations shaping the future of artificial intelligence. Also on the program, U.S. Department of State Alumni Engagement Innovation Fund launches Safe Cyber Community Initiative to raise awareness about cybersecurity threats. Plus, I chat with Ruby Igwe, the country managing director of ALX Nigeria, on how we can prepare learners for success in the tech industry. Stay with us as we take you on a ride for the next 25 minutes to seek out innovation and creativity that are unique to Africa.
The first step in securing our cyber future is education, and that means everything from educating individuals to companies to the next generation of IT professionals.
Artificial intelligence is like a hidden engine driving change in almost every sector in ways we're just beginning to understand. And even though there's still a lot of growth and evolution ahead, the technology has already demonstrated impressive capabilities, pushing boundaries and redefining what's possible across every industry. Join us as we visit iFlytek, an AI center in Guangzhou's Changsha district in China that's driving digital transformation.
大家好，我是科大讯飞 AI 系列主播小严。
This broadcast welcome address at the Vision Intelligence AI Factory in Changsha district of Guangzhou in China is not only delivered in multiple languages, but also by a digital anchor who doesn't exist in real life. This set the tone for what we are about to witness and how far artificial intelligence has been developed at the Center for Adaptation into Daily Activities. The AI technology is still an emerging technology, but it is already affecting our world in many ways. Now, this center in Nansha district in Guangzhou is where some of these products are created. Come with me and let's take a look at some of these. One of the chief products include the iFlytek board language translator. So this device here translates speech into text real time. And as you can see, I'm speaking English and my Chinese friends can read what I am saying. So I'll say I'm happy to be in Nansha and experience this technology. I am excited to see how this can be adapted to my work as a journalist. Young intern Jungman Ki is excited about how much the technology can contribute to the society at large.
Certainly, they are very important. For example, in some international occasion, in international meeting, when it can help us to communicate efficiently and in multiple languages and help us to bridge the gap caused by the languages. Yeah.
AI technology here goes into the educational sector as well, spreading across different grade levels.
You can ask him 100,000 questions about like Einstein.
Interactive animation with some historical figures for kids, while adults can have their assignments and classworks graded and corrected real-time as though working with a sit-in tutor.
That artificial intelligence technology is correcting this composition. First, find the wrong words. The second step is to find out where the sentences in the composition are not clear. After all the corrections are completed, scores and comments will be given.
左边我们可以看到每个段落指出的一些错误问题，都给出了具体的修改建议。
On the left, we can see some errors pointed out in each paragraph, and specific suggestions for revision are given.
下面给出了
Recently, Hollywood studios are forced to shut down for months after screen actors and writers expressed concerns about AI taking away jobs in the movie industry. These concerns of humans competing with technology for jobs have been widespread, but new thinking is gradually allaying these concerns.
I think AI can be an efficient tool for us to get a better job. This is my idea. Because although some jobs requires the repeated and boring working process will be will be replaced by the AI. However, some new jobs such as with the better education or with a creative mind or with the top technology to control the AI, to apply AI to many industries, these kind of jobs will not be replaced, and more the job like this will come out to more industries.
Now I will broadcast.
Safe Cyber Community Initiative is seeking to equip young people, startup founders, and entrepreneurs with the knowledge and resources they need to stay safe online. The initiative, which is being implemented with support from the U.S. Department of State Alumni Engagement Innovation Fund, is the beginning of a series of activities aimed at creating a safer digital environment for communities across Nigeria.
The first step in securing our cyber future is education, and that means everything from educating individuals to companies to the next generation of IT professionals. In an era where the digital world has become quite integral to our daily lives, the importance of cybersecurity has never been more crucial. Recognizing this need, the Safe Cyber Community Initiative is being launched to empower communities across Lagos, Oyo, and Osun states with the knowledge and tools to stay safe online.
Hi, everybody.
The initiative, implemented with support from the U.S. Department of State's Alumni Engagement Innovation Fund, brings together small business owners and youth entrepreneurs eager to learn how to securely maneuver the digital landscape.
Okay, thank you very much.
Through a series of year-long capacity-building workshops and community awareness programs, the participants will learn how to protect their digital assets, safely run businesses, and reduce the risk of financial fraud as well as data breaches.
One, we can all be victims, right? And to me, the number one thing about cybercrime and cyber safety is being aware, right? Knowing that we can be victims. So I tell you this like to say it is a global problem and it is a global challenge. And my fundamental message to Nigeria has always been, we need your help. We need to be working together. For so long, we've said we need African solutions to African problems. The truth is we need African solutions to global problems. The digital economy creates incredible opportunities. It democratizes economic opportunity. For people, it creates jobs. It creates ways for, I believe, the youth here to enter the global workforce. And that's an incredible opportunity, but it comes with threats. And so we have to work together. We have to support each other in facing these threats, building awareness and collaborating.
The participants are also enlightened on practical cybersecurity tools to protect their online presence.
We looked at all these cybersecurity issues. You know, cybersecurity is one aspect. Do you know that even if you invest in the top cybersecurity tools, you may still get hacked through social engineering? Then the question comes back in. I have invested in the best software tools. I have the best SIM tool. I have the best antivirus, yet I'm still losing money. Then we need to begin to look at how did the money escape? Social engineering, our knowledge gap, our ignorance of the practices that we need to put in place is actually the very first thing we must deal with. So to be safe in your business, and even for your bank accounts to be safe, you must actually work on your knowledge gap. Your cyber awareness must be top-notch.
The initiative, put together by 2024 U.S. Department of State IVLP Impact Award recipient, is designed to raise awareness about cybersecurity and promote digital literacy among youth, startup founders, and entrepreneurs.
My exchange program inspired me to come up with this initiative. First of all, I saw what was happening there, how the systems there were, producing tools and resources to protect small businesses. Now down here, the big companies are well protected. They can afford cyber, security tools, but small businesses are the target here in Nigeria. Through fintechs and microfinance, banks, who probably are not, observing all the government compliances on cybersecurity. So they are the target, and many of these small businesses are struggling to survive. So you couldn't really tell them to go and purchase these tools and resources to protect themselves from financial crimes. And so that inspired me coming up with this project. This project is running across 3 different states. It's an advocacy project. It's an awareness project for people to understand that beyond buying, tools and resources, there are a lot of free tools and, compliances that you can practice to ensure that you protect yourself from cyber financial fraud.
The Safe Cyber Community Initiative will continue to roll out across other states in the country, aiming to create a ripple effect of cybersecurity awareness and digital literacy in communities.
Did you know that the first ever text message was sent in 1992 and said, "Merry Christmas"? That year, Neil Papworth, a 22-year-old software programmer from the UK, sent the first ever text message from a computer to his colleague, Richard Jarvis, who was at a Christmas party. Neil had been working as a developer and text engineer to create a short message service, SMS, for his client, Vodafone. That very first text, sent on the 3rd December 1992, simply said, "Merry Christmas." 1 year after, in 1993, Nokia introduced an SMS feature with a distinctive beep to signal an incoming message. In 1999, 7 years after Neil's first SMS, texts could finally be exchanged on multiple networks, propelling them to greater popularity than ever before. The service is still used, although internet-based encrypted messaging platforms like WhatsApp and iMessage are far more popular.
Navigating and leveraging technology to drive innovation are some of the crucial attributes of a digital leader. It's also quite important to develop a mix of tech skills and a forward-looking attitude to be able to handle the constantly shifting tech landscape. But creating an environment that encourages experimentation, embraces new technologies, and promotes a growth mindset is also key. That is part of what I talk about with Ruby Igwe, the country managing director of ALX Nigeria.
So the first thing, the basics really, is that a digital leader clearly has to have tech skills in some way or some kind of tech interaction. Then we go on to critical thinking skills, soft skills like critical thinking skills, leadership skills, teamwork, And then we go on to soft skills like empathy, communication. And finally, I think some understanding of the civic space wherever it is they find themselves. So here in Nigeria, you can't just be a digital leader and not understand what's going on in the Nigerian public sector, how people are coping, how people are living, what the socioeconomic trends are. That is also that's always a good edge to have as a digital leader.
Technology is known for its constant evolution. How can we foster the development of these attributes that you've mentioned?
Okay, so I would like to think about it like painting a building when it gets dusty or cracked. So just adopting a continuous learning culture, almost like a maintenance culture, if you're thinking about it in the hardware type of way. We need to always think about the fact that things are never going to stay the same. There's always going to be constant improvements. And so you have to always get ready to learn and be at the forefront of all of those changes.
Now, in terms of preparing learners for success in the tech industry, there seems to be a need for them to navigate the rapidly changing landscape. Is there a way to help these learners become more adaptable and flexible?
Definitely. So I'm the country general manager for ALX, and at ALX, we're very big on foundations. So teaching our learners to understand the industry that they're walking into, teaching them to adopt skill sets that transcend even their tech skills, teaching them to work with prototypes and solve Africa's grand challenges so that by the time they're coming in, they haven't just been learning, in a vacuum. They've been learning and they've also been immersed in what's going on. So they have even the skill sets to be agile and adaptable, as well as the context.
Ruby, let's talk about tech accelerator programs now. How can we design them to ensure that they are tailored to the specific needs and demands of our own digital economy?
That's a really good question, Olaimi. So thinking about the digital economy, it's just important to listen. It's important to listen to the digital leaders, like we spoke about earlier. It's important to listen to the market as well and say, okay, what is in demand? What is needed? Where are the gaps? And then tailor the programs, all the accelerator programs that exist, either around ventures or around tech training, to make sure that they fill those needs. If not, you're going to be creating things that have no market fit.
And what distinguishes tech accelerator programs from traditional educational models?
So tech accelerator programs are quicker. So they don't take as long as traditional programs. And then because of what I just mentioned in terms of research and staying cutting edge, they're usually more tailored to what is going on the ground. But that doesn't mean that there isn't a place for traditional programs. They have their place as well.
But of course, Ruby, we cannot undermine the role of the academia in this. Where do they intersect?
So like I was just saying about the accelerator programs giving adaptability, agility, quickness, the academia has the luxury of depth. So they have the luxury of being able to sit and spend years and years evaluating and testing and researching. And these are things that are really important in terms of connecting the dots and in terms of understanding how things have evolved. And it's really important to have that knowledge and that wisdom right alongside these accelerator programs. But the accelerator programs usually are designed to make sure that a young leader or a tech trainee gets into the program and comes out job ready.
Over the years, Nigeria has continually gained recognition for its vibrant tech ecosystem. How can organizations leverage this to provide additional opportunities or resources for the youth?
One thing that I'm very proud of in terms of the Nigerian ecosystem is that people are usually very willing to share and very willing to help each other move forward. So that is definitely something that organizations can take advantage of in terms of trying to find resources that will benefit youth, and then also soliciting for these opportunities that will help increase the capacity of youth even before they finish some of these accelerator programs.
And Ruby, can you share insight into specific ways in which Nigeria's innovative ecosystem has contributed to the development of competitive talent?
Definitely. There have been numerous startups that have been created in Nigeria as a result of the ecosystem. But I also want to credit Nigeria's resilience and adaptability and innovativeness as well, because that has also set us apart from many other countries in terms of being able to go the distance, because entrepreneurship is not easy. And maybe because we also have those strong traits and attributes of saying, okay, you know what, no matter if things get tough, we are going to get going as a people. We're able to, make things work.
And based on your own experience, in the industry, do you think there's something more that the government should be doing, that they haven't done already?
So I must applaud the government for their work so far in empowering young talents, in making sure that 3 million of them have access to amazing training programs, and partnering with the private sector as well to make sure that they are not creating programs that are tone deaf or that are out of the market, and then also not trying to reinvent the wheel as well. I think that whatever it is that comes out of these programs, because they're just about to begin, it's probably too early to start judging. We'll see how it goes, but I'm very optimistic. I'm very excited. I'm very proud that this is something that we are making a national focus. And I really look forward to even more collaboration between the government and the private sector.
And looking at our own tech space, what specific areas do you think holds the most promise for us?
I don't even know where to start. A lot of areas hold a lot of potential with data analysis, with blockchain, with AI, with cybersecurity. Technology is a big facilitator, a big disruptor, and I think that it is a really good time to try and understand. Don't be shy, don't be afraid, don't be worried. Get on an ALX program and just make sure that you are tech ready, because the world is moving swiftly towards a time where if you're not at least techno-fluent in some way, you will definitely not just be missing out, but you will be left out.
There's a lot of talk about innovation hubs and, tech clusters across the country. How do these initiatives contribute to the growth of the tech ecosystem? And, what role should they play in fostering innovation?
That's a fantastic question. So in a country like Nigeria, and just any country, but let's think about Nigeria, it isn't always easy to find the wherewithal to be able to complete, for example, a 15 or 12-month or 18-month tech program, even a 3-month tech program. Because in order to do that as a young person, 18 to 35, you have to have a laptop, you have to have working internet, you have to have constant light. So the opportunity that this infrastructure, these shared clusters provide, first of all, is those basic necessities. Usually those things exist. And then also the people that are therein, doing the programs together, fostering community, fostering collaboration. There are people, for example, at ALX in Lagos, we have 11 hubs, and people have come there and they've been able to set up businesses, they've been able to set up apps, they've been able to think about projects, they've been able to collaborate in many ways, even while they're doing their tech programs. So it jumpstarts their careers in a way, because some of them may not necessarily go on to then look for jobs. They may end up going on to now become employers of labor. And who doesn't love employers of labor?
Well, that was such an insightful conversation with you, Ruby Igwe, Country Managing Director of ALX Nigeria. Thank you so much for joining us on Tech Trends.
Thank you for having me.
That's a wrap for this week's episode of Tech Trends. And if you missed any part of it, you can always catch up on the Channels TV YouTube accounts where we have all of our episodes. And as always, I encourage you to watch, share, and like your favorite editions. Also remember that if you are interested in keeping track of how tech-savvy innovators are crafting homegrown solutions using technology in the country, well, keep watching Tech Trends, because we will continue to showcase them for you, from startups to big techs and, of course, inventful thinkers. Until next time, I'm Olayemi Odunuga. Bye for now.